going on, Legionnaires? That's right. I'm going to keep it going. Thank you. I appreciate the applause right there at the end for me to be able to. So that's more. That makes more sense.
Yes.
That makes more sense.
Much better.
All right. So we're doing something a little bit different today. We are doing our What If Season 2 episode today. And because...
Oh, come on. It wasn't bad.
It wasn't that bad.
It's not bad.
But because it's a what if... Because it's a what if, we are doing a what if Logan led the podcast. Oh, no. What if Logan led the Legion episode for today? It's going to go crazy. So what if Logan led... You got it right off the bat. See, this is different.
It's different.
It's different. Okay, it's different. We're filming in the morning.
We're filming in the morning.
Greg's lost. He has no idea what's going on. I'm in charge.
We're talking about Legos?
What's happening here? So we are going to be going through episode by episode, but before we do,
quick snippet of episodes.
Yes,
so
quick
not the whole. We're not
quick
doing
snippet.
quick
snips.
Quickity
snips. A quick of the snip.
Quick of the snip.
Quick of the snip.
Quick of the snip.
But before we do that,
like gentlemen,
before we do anything else,
any of that,
take a moment. Like and subscribe. Do it. Just take a moment.
Hit that bell.
You want to be able to get involved.
Right.
We are looking at analytics, and like 70% of you are watching, but you're not here.
You're not subscribed. You're not part
involved.
of the Legion. What's going on?
Instead of like typing it into the search bar, you could just have it come up on your home page.
We want to hang out. We want to hang out.
We could be a little icon on the left of your dashboard.
Allow us to just step foot in your home, become family with you.
I'm hungry. Feed me.
Yeah.
We thrive on your acceptance.
If you want to do a little bit more than that.
A little bit more.
Okay. Check out our website below, legionofcc.com. Check out all of our sweet merch. I'm decked out head to toe today, except for my pants. I need to get pants. I need to get Legion pants.
The joggers are comfortable.
I've heard.
The joggers are super
I know you've
very
said
soft.
that. Yeah.
Super
so I need to get joggers.
Yep.
Right, not that. This right here. This right here. Look at that.
Classic.
Look at that. And then scan anything.
Scan it.
Scan anything on Harry's chest right now. Look at
Scan
all those QR
Put a
codes.
little caveat in there. I think
they definitely
one of
work.
Those, well, I think one of those actually goes to. I think it's one of the social links before we streamlined all the Legion of CCs. That doesn't.
Harry,
scan
yourself. Scan yourself. It's coming up. It caught it. You just can't touch anything.
Party foul.
So,
all right, go on.
That's a pretty good start, right? That was pretty good.
I like that. You got Patreon, though. You missed Patreon.
Oh, did I? Oh, yeah.
Give us money.
Wait, and then on Patreon, if you want to do the most. If you want to do the most,
right,
okay,
the most.
The
join us on
hostess
Patreon
with the most.
Join us on Patreon. We got 3 tiers for you to be able to get involved with us. Really, the highest tier is the best tier,
and it's not that much money.
No, not that much.
$10.
It's
literally less than a Chick-fil-A meal.
That is true. That is true.
And probably McDonald's, probably any fast food. If you get a meal, it's probably less than that.
Yeah, the full meal.
Yeah.
If you just get the sandwich
once a month.
Don't eat one time. Just don't eat one time.
Yeah.
You can
And
sacrifice
pay
meal.
us.
And think about us during that time of hunger and starvation.
All right.
No, it's intermittent fasting. It's all the rage.
Yes.
We're trying to get you
We're trying to get you healthy. Healthy and jacked.
Boom. Boom.
Big arms.
Boom.
Big arms.
Big arms.
Boom.
All right.
right.
So let's jump in. We're not going to be doing this.
You get big arms.
Yep.
It's true.
Guaranteed.
That is true.
That is a guarantee.
That is a guarantee.
Hit the subscribe button. Your arms just grow.
It's like muscle arms or anchor arms.
Yeah, fine print. Fine print.
Real.
This is not real. So we're going to do this a little different because this was a season. We're going to go episode by episode. There's no carnage report.
But we're
not
going to
gonna be
start in the
jumping into
middle.
Any of that. We're not.
Gravitate towards the beginning and then kind of touch on the end and then meet back in the middle.
That's what we do for movies.
Oh.
But what if we did?
But what if we did? It would be wrong.
It would be wrong.
It would be wrong.
We don't want to be wrong.
So let's jump in. No. This is a what if episode. So we would normally start in the middle, go to the beginning, and then jump to the end. That's what we normally do. What if we actually followed the sequence and went in this?
Wait, hear me out.
I'm leading this thing.
Hear me out.
So we're doing it.
Hear me out.
Yeah. Well played.
What if?
See
you guys next time with the Legion Comic Correction.
No, stay here. Don't do that. Don't do that. He's being stupid.
I was kidding.
That was a dumb joke.
That was fake.
That was a dumb joke.
What if?
Joke.
Yeah. Do you have anything to follow? You don't have it. No. So I'm Greg.
Cool. Yep.
Greg is Harry. Harry, you're me.
Yeah, just yell a lot.
Yep, just yell a lot. Yep, you're the face.
Storm out.
You're all just do all the fun, ridiculous stuff.
All entitled.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Well played. All right, first episode. These are supposed to be quick.
All right, well, we haven't gotten into it yet. It's going to be quick. Garbage.
Nebula joined. Joined the Nova Corps.
This was straight up Blade Runner.
Yeah. I mean,
he was a Blade Runner.
Blade Runner.
Yeah. And they even said that they gained inspiration from it. All the rain. What do you think about rock paper scissors being with Howard the Duck? I thought that was pretty sick.
I thought Howard the Duck is a cool callback.
Like, Howard, he comes up in everywhere.
I just feel like they always just go back to him, though.
I know, and I'm at the point now, if they do it again, they're overusing it.
They're overusing it without giving any context.
Right.
Without,
it's just that he's fun. It's just that it's fun.
Yeah, maybe not context.
Seth Green.
Yeah. No, but I'm talking about the fact that he had Groot, Korg, and Meek there, his rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors. I know, it was fun. It was fun.
That was great.
So, turns out Nova Prime is actually bad.
Right.
Shocker.
So Nebula uncovers this, and Nova Prime is working with
Jude Law. Oh my word! What's his name?
He's working with. What are you talking about? No,
Nova Prime is working with Jude Law.
Nova Prime is working. Not Jude Law. That wasn't Jude Law. They were a part of the Nova Corps.
No, the guy. Yes, it is.
No.
It's the guy that it's Captain Marvel's leader. It is. Look at the friggin'.
You're wrong.
It is. Look it up, Harry.
Wrong.
It totally is.
What if?
Look up what if.
Yep, you're right.
I know I'm right.
Yeah. No, right. That's correct.
I can recognize the majesty of Jude Law.
I'm out of my element here.
I know.
Give me credit. I've gotten pretty
far. All right, well, we said we're doing short synopsises of each episode. It's been 12 minutes.
I am trying.
Here's the deal.
Okay.
Let's not run the whole synopsis of the thing. Let's just talk about
close out, she solves the case. She realizes Nova Prime's bad. Nova Prime is trying to reopen the sky.
Right.
They do, but then they quick close it and crush Ronin's ship.
I love that.
It's like the dumbest way for it to get destroyed.
Yeah.
And then they open it up again anyways, and everything's fine.
Right.
Thoughts? Quick hits are, what's your score on this episode? This episode alone.
10?
No.
Or just the garbage.
Our scale.
Well, it's not a comic correction. So
just a quick scale.
Is what it is. Yeah, I say is what it is. I think it is what it is. I don't think it was amazing, but it was fun. I liked it.
Yeah, is what it is. And I think the thing that pushes it to an is what it is for me is her interactions with Howard the Duck and his crew.
I love it.
I love it. I actually think the storyline is stupid. I would have scored it a garbage. I don't think so. I'm not really that interested in Nebula joining the Nova Corps. But it's just that's something that's
but it makes sense. Ronan left her adrift outside of Xandar and stuff.
It kind of makes sense.
I liked he asked, I think what Howard the Duck asked her about her coat or whatever. It's called style, and he's like, I got style. It's a bandana. And he's wearing the bandana on his head.
That's an interaction with.
That's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you. I agree with that. I love that.
First episode is what it is.
Is what it is.
Across the board, all three of us agree.
Yeah. Tally mark is what it is.
Tally mark is what it is.
We'll average all the.
Score? Can you put up a score?
Yeah, I'll put a tally mark up here.
Cool.
Bing.
Second one.
And we'll rate them at the end.
Second one. What if Peter Quill
attacked
Earth's mightiest heroes?
I like this one. I like this one because we got to see an older version of what the Avengers would look like. When you kind of pull them together with a
different version too.
And King T'Chaka was like the Black Panther. That's super cool.
Michael Douglas is Hank Pym.
Right, the old Ant-Man is in with the old Ant-Man. Like I thought it was fun.
We get Howard Stark. We get Howard Stark doing the work
in the back. Who else was it? Was this a Captain
Chris
Carter
Helmsworth is Thor.
No, Thor came in.
Bill Foster, so Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Lawrence
I knew there was
Fishburne.
a big. We got a giant man.
Yep, and then Sebastian Stan. We get a Bucky, a Winter Soldier.
Still Bucky.
Yep.
And he's still under the control of Hydra, and he almost ends up killing Peter.
Yep.
That's like that to me. That's like we had several of those because we got to see another Avengers team up in a future episode with the Captain Carter Avengers. I love seeing new versions of what the Avengers might have been. That's cool, man.
I like this episode, but I also like this episode because it was a really interesting take with the father dynamic and Hank Pym being like
Yes.
a terrible father with his daughter,
100%.
but
Super
really
bad.
wanting to work hard. Like he's not a terrible father because he's not trying. It's a terrible father because he's just like he doesn't know how to relate. And then you
and he's
see
a superhero.
him
He's trying to juggle that. And,
you see him trying, and then he keeps trying with Peter, and that's basically what he's showing is like, and then Peter's able, and the fight scene's pretty awesome. Like
Super
the
cool.
massive ego,
Super cool.
Like the egos coming out of the ground,
Well,
and then Peter having to have to destroy.
That was cool in Guardians too.
Yeah.
When he was like able to manipulate all that stuff. That was pretty. Do you think, Harry? Do you think Peter becomes the next Ant-Man? Since he kind of gets adopted
in that one,
he kind of gets adopted by Hank. Does he like?
You mean the next what if? What if Peter Quill?
What if
became
Peter
Ant-Man?
Quill then became Ant-Man because he grew up with
Interesting.
them and
Could
like
be.
him
But,
and
I mean, that's not necessarily how. What's his name? Scott did it. You know what I mean? Like,
well, no, but I just wonder.
do I think so?
I wonder
it
if
could be.
I wonder if Hank like ends up seeing him as a son and ends up handing the mantle down to him.
That'll make Ant-Man a little bit cooler.
Would be cooler.
Yep.
I mean, he doesn't have the powers because he kills his father at the end anyway. So it's like just like
I mean,
Guardians, the
goes
celestial powers go
exactly.
away,
The celestial powers are gone,
which is good. I think it's good. Nobody should be a celestial.
I would have been interested to see like what if Peter
Keep
Quill
going.
stays the celestial, like what if it, like and then there's more to him being recruited into and working with
if he figures out the
old
powers,
Avengers.
if he figures out the powers that young, and then can actually because he doesn't know he has powers until he's grown up in the
right.
It's pretty cool. That was fun.
All right, so scores.
All right, you started out this time. We'll go this way.
I'm a perfection. I'm going to go perfection.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's a perfection level. It's definitely
Hold on one
above
second.
is what it is.
What did I tell you? Sit down. Sit down on the couch, sir. Stop playing around. You're making too much noise already.
Logan's going crazy again.
Was that the slide noise?
The slide noise. That was
I
the
heard
slide
that.
noise.
I thought it was upstairs.
No, it was right here.
Oh,
right here
goodness.
because Mr. Duke can't sit on the couch.
Sit on that couch.
My kids are joining us today in the studio, watching with us. They're having some fun. But
we have a live audience.
Live audience today. We've been saying we've been waiting for it.
We've been trying.
We've been waiting.
We're gonna start with the family.
But you guys sit on the couch. All right.
Yeah, I think we talked about putting something between is what is and perfection, but we never did.
No,
because I think it's definitely above is what is for me, but perfection's tough. Like
I'm going perfection.
That's
mine.
I think so too because it can't be is what it is.
No,
but
Harry,
I think we still have to workshop that perfection.
Yeah, I mean, we're in a different set of standards when it comes to our grading scale. You know what I mean?
Sure, 100%.
Because of this is not comic accurate of really any sort.
It's just fun. So
just
more personal.
So I'd say perfection. It was a fun episode.
Yeah, more This is more personal responses.
Yeah. This is a fun. This is a enjoyable, entertaining. Scale.
Right. I think
this is entertainment and enjoyment scale.
I just think this is your personal.
I don't know if
this is just your personal scale. Yeah. This is not the comic accuracy or anything like that. This is your personal opinion.
So I don't know if I know I talked to Harry about this a little bit, but this is the what if shows is what the multiverse should be. One-offs don't matter. You just go in.
No bearing on larger storyline.
You go in, you have fun, you see the craziness that could exist out in the universe, and you let it be. Yeah. It's either that, or they've got to keep a tight rein on the main drive story, and they haven't been. So they need to go to just, let's have fun in the multiverse and let the main drive be a main drive. Like, I know this is somewhat off topic, but leave the multiverse into things like this and have our main saga be like something like a Doctor Doom saga, where it's like something grounded in our universe and it just goes forth and it's a great story like Thanos was.
So I was moving us really well through this episode, and then you ruined it. And that's exactly what I do. I'm so proud of you. That was great. Okay, but we're going to keep it moving. Okay, so perfection. Yep. Tally score. Put it up here. Okay,
got it.
Third one. What if Happy Hogan saved Christmas?
Dude, I'm sorry. I loved this episode.
Go ahead. Then you tell me why you love this episode.
So here's the deal. The Freak is an actual character in the comics that Happy Hogan becomes. Sometimes he's purple, sometimes he's kind of gray, but it is an actual thing, so it's comic accurate. And getting Sam Rockwell to come back and give a little bit more of a redemption to the fact that he's one of the greatest actors ever.
He's a phenomenal actor.
The fact that he was wasted in Iron Man 2. So he comes in here, gets to be Justin Hammer a little bit, and bring the hammer time. And it's just so campy and corny and hilarious. And the fact that it starts with all the Avengers in like holiday gear fighting this giant creature, and it's like,
and then it's a flashback,
man. And he saves the day. He's like, you can change me back, right? And he's like, yeah, let's go to our party, you know? Man, I just thought it was just so much fun, and I love Jon Favreau. His comedic chops are top notch. He doesn't use them enough, and he's just super funny. And man, more Darcy, man. I think Darcy's hilarious too. I think she was great in WandaVision. Like, I like her character. I freaking loved this episode.
What do you think, Harry?
I thought it was good. It was what?
I know that my level of excitement for this episode is not going to be matched.
I thought it was good. I mean, there has to. It's a holiday special.
It's the holiday special.
There has to be.
It's a holiday
something.
special.
It came out Christmas Eve,
and it was funny. Like Jon Favreau. I don't know. I think if anyone deserves any like type of cameos and things like that, it's Jon Favreau. Out of all of Disney, Star Wars, and everything. Yeah. I mean, not that he didn't have enough in the Iron Mans and the Spider-Mans and everything else.
Endgame and stuff,
but,
he's in there.
Yeah, like Happy Hogan. I mean, he's funny.
Hogan.
He's like kind of dry, but like he has that little bit of like a, I don't know, like a parental like love for people or whatever. And so he's always in the background, always helping. So, but it was kind of cool to see him be in the limelight.
The forehead of security.
Yeah.
I love that.
I liked it when he was like, so it was almost like a what do you call it? Crap, what the heck? I want to say Lethal Weapon, but I'm
Die Hard.
Die Hard. Thank you. Die Hard. Yeah, when he's like
crawling,
the vents, everything.
John McClane.
Yeah,
so good.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, of course not.
I just,
you know why?
It is what it is for me, to be honest.
You need some form of merriment in your soul, and you just don't have it.
I don't have any merriment in my soul.
You're the Grinch.
The only time he has merriment is with his family and stuff, but with like us, like that's it.
And Batman brings him joy.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it's limited.
So what would you put it as?
Garbage.
It's
garbage.
Okay,
it's not a hot pile of garbage, but it's garbage. I thought it was like. I thought it was just dumb. Like, I just thought it was dumb. Like, I mean, most of the movie or most of the episode, I'm just like, why are we doing this?
Oh, I love it.
And I'm literally,
I love the fact that
Tony I'm also
was
everybody is just hanging up on him. Like, not one person listened to him.
That's happy.
All that needed to happen was like, literally one person needed to come back. One hero.
I love when he's like,
needed to, and even, I'm not even just, I'm Black Widow. Could have come back and handled this.
Well, you know what? She was the only legitimate one. She was fighting somebody, like a Black Widow assassin.
I know, I meant that.
Iron Man was playing Santa.
Yeah.
And he's like, hold on, gotta go. Steve's getting attacked by soccer moms.
Right.
Like, that's hilarious. And Hawkeye and the Hulk are fighting over, it's the Jingle All the Way. Jingle All the Way. They're fighting over the last Hulk action figure.
Yeah.
If you noticed, the stock was full of Hawkeye action figures.
Yeah,
nobody bought it.
But my point with that wasn't that. My point was her power level could have come back and handled this.
Sure,
like by herself.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, and he becomes a giant freak.
I love it.
And literally, like, this is so dumb.
Well, so
it's so dumb.
We got garbage is what it is in our perfection. So we're gonna
score it. Oh, we're gonna leave it like that.
Yeah, we'll leave.
No, we have to average. Because you can't put that many, because then we're going to have too many tallies up there.
Oh, yeah, only if we agree.
Yeah, I mean, you would have to.
So the average is what it is.
No. What you have to put three perfections.
Okay.
Three.
So we'll do that.
Let's do that. Okay, so now in the middle here, you're going to change. So there's three perfections.
Why can't you have each individually, and then just whoever the average is what the rating of the
episode. That's what I was thinking. Is that so?
You could do that.
Let's do it that way. So
just
garbage is what it is. Perfection. So it comes out to
is what it is.
So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You could do that too.
What you were saying.
No. I'm saying you could do that too. Okay, we're getting back on track.
Let's do that.
Okay,
grading scale within a grading scale.
Okay,
grade 7.
You guys call yourself teaching. I'm the one that's not even in education.
Listen,
so tally check so far. We have one perfection. Two is what it is. Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
I'm leading things. I gotta know. Okay,
I'll put
one perfection.
If
two
wrong,
is what
we'll
it is.
We'll
fix it.
It'll be up there.
Okay, episode 4. What if
episode.
Iron Man crashed into the Grandmaster?
Oh, I like this one.
Okay.
But Harry, you start talking about it.
Okay.
I started.
You
last
liked it? Yeah.
It's been a minute since I've watched these, so as you're saying them, it's coming back to my head.
I was half asleep for all of these. I'm
going to just outright jump in and say that I didn't like this one.
Oh, really?
Because it doesn't make sense.
I like the Sakaar Hulkbuster suit.
I like the Sakaar piece, but here's the difference.
But why did it make sense?
Because when they were on Sakaar in Ragnarok,
yeah.
it took both the Hulk and Thor to take down Grandmaster. Okay,
well,
and
they didn't
to
really
do
take
exactly,
him down, though.
Yeah, they did. They created a revolt on the planet. They were able to take down the Grandmaster.
But this is Korg, Valkyrie, Gamora, and Iron Man.
Loki, Thor,
Valkyrie. Loki tried to mess things up,
and the Hulk.
Loki didn't do anything.
I'm literally saying,
Yeah.
what the comparison
power level
here
is different. Yeah,
and
power
also
level's different.
Why is Sakaar different?
Because it's a different universe.
No, it's not. All it is what we're saying is that instead of doing actual gladiator battles, they are now doing races.
So this is
a pod. Is this a pod race?
Pod racing.
Is this a crossover into the Star Wars universe? This makes no sense.
So here's the thing. Here's one
deal.
Here's one.
Yeah, tell me more.
Here's one possible difference, or one. It is definitely a difference, but whether it would be this different or not is whatever. And obviously, when it comes to the what if,
Samuel L. Jackson. So Mace Windu died, and you're saying,
oh yes,
and he turned it into
Grogu
Fury.
set up Sakaar.
That's correct.
Yes. No, I'm saying
Grogu's actually the Hulk's dad.
This is like 10 years, like 10 years earlier.
Daddy Hulk.
Right there.
Just actually,
10 years earlier.
How did it happen?
Actually,
this is like 10 years earlier to when.
Right here.
So this is 10 years earlier to when our time to when Thor went to Sakaar.
Okay,
but we've also been told that time goes differently in Sakaar because remember when Thor got there, Loki had already been there for months.
Mm-hmm.
So this could technically be like decades, like 100 years prior. Because time runs differently, and this is also 10 years different.
That's way too deep for this.
Yeah, you're way too deep, bro.
No, I know.
You're way off on this track right now.
But what I'm saying is, you don't.
They did pod racing.
You don't need to think about that much because it's a completely different universe.
Tony landed.
Multiverse.
They did pod racing.
Yeah,
they captured Tony.
Yeah.
Tony escapes. He starts a revolt by winning trying to win a.
He does win it.
Yeah, I know he does win, but win a pod race.
Yeah,
it's just.
It is what it is for me.
There's a lot of movies with racing and things like that.
Sure.
Family.
Have we had any Marvel movies of racing though?
No,
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Right?
I'm sure there's something.
I don't think so.
I don't think Speed Racer.
That's not Marvel. the closest thing I think is Guardians 2 when they're racing through the minefield and the Sovereign are coming after them, but that's not really a race.
I'm sure there's definitely. I mean, there's car chases and stuff.
There's car chases.
That's not a race.
There's been a race.
What?
Steve Rogers. I'm not going there, Greg.
What? I'm lost.
Steve Rogers and
on your left.
they're racing. Come on,
that's a good race. Good race. Good race.
Right, what would you say for this episode? What would you give it?
Is what it is.
Is what it is.
Is what it is.
I
personally don't like. Yeah, we know.
I'm garbage.
I don't like
come into an is what it is.
I don't like solving problems with racing unless it involves Vin Diesel in a souped up Dodge Challenger.
Gotcha. Family.
Yeah.
So it's just
So this is
is what it is.
Episode 5. Okay, this gets into the start of the arc that they create.
And this is where I have a problem with it.
Yes,
because you're not supposed to have an arc.
He doesn't want to.
If this is supposed to be a bunch of one-off and spin-offs,
they doubled down.
They did double
on
down
Captain Carter.
100%.
They go deep on Captain Carter. So let me say this first. So this is the first one. What if Captain Carter fought the Hydra Stomper?
Okay. So this one, if they would have left it at this, it
would have been good.
Yeah. This is a fine one-off. Yeah. Because it's paralleling the Winter Soldier deal, but instead of Bucky being it's Steve, which is great. Yeah. And Bucky is like a senator. Super cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw somebody post online. They say we just need a movie where it's old Bucky and old Steve, and Steve's running things from the moon, and Bucky's running things from Earth, and the world is safe.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I'd love to see old Steve.
But Bucky's not old.
What if that episode?
I know. They're saying a what if movie.
What if that?
A full. Yeah, I want to see. Great. I want to see.
That'd be great.
Old man Steve and old man Bucky.
What if old man Steve and old man Bucky save the world? Earth. Like that, just
fixed everything.
Ensure
just
peace.
Roided up jocks.
Old
roided up jocks just saving the world.
Yeah, because he's like 70, but he's like diving in front of stuff. And
I don't know. I mean, the game is not necessarily PG, but the premise of the game,
Which game?
Wolfenstein, the new ones.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Oh,
are,
yeah.
if you're over the age of 18 or whatever it is, 16, 17, you can buy M games.
Yeah,
Play that game. It's amazing.
Now.
Well, M's for the masses.
M's for the
M's
masses.
for the masses now.
But
Buy the
I mean,
shirt.
pretty much, it's nothing like bad. It's just literally you're just killing Nazis, which is, in my book, a good thing.
Get back to the episode.
Anyway,
Okay,
but
so
no,
what
I'm talking about.
He wants to
Yeah,
see, he
like,
wants to see
it's
old
literally-
man Bucky
yeah.
and old man Steve
Yeah.
fighting.
Okay.
That's what the premise of the
Okay.
game is.
Yeah.
One man fighting all of the Nazi Germany that took over the world
Yes.
and the moon.
Yes.
So then they create a moon base, and he just is like, I'm going to the moon now.
Nazis are on the moon.
If Chris
True.
Evans is not on the moon at one point in this whole MCU everything, I'm just gonna quit.
I'm about to quit. We say that
about
at
to
work.
quit.
I'm about to quit.
My boss says that at work. He's like, I'm about to quit.
I'm
I
telling
liked.
you, I need some Moon Evans.
I thought that this storyline
Some Evans.
around taking down the Red Room was better than the
Yeah, I like
storyline for Black Widow
With Black
movie.
Widow.
Taking
Ah,
down the
I
Red
would
I
Room.
didn't fall asleep in this one.
I would
Yeah.
agree, and
Yeah.
I like the nuclear testing facility, and all like the animatronics are actually like agents for
Yeah.
Black. For
I'm all
the
about
Well,
the
the other
nuclear
thing that I
testing
think-
facilities.
I thought
All
it was
about
cool.
that.
All
I
about
really
that.
like. I really like being
Nuclear.
able to
radiation
see.
poisoning and nuclear.
I like being able to see Steve where he's not like
Superpowered?
super powered.
Yeah,
but
he's got a little scruff.
Like he works,
Little baby
he's-
boy.
Got that that bad 1940s bowl cut.
But he's basically then Iron Man.
Well, that's essentially what it was in What If Season 1, was he became the Iron Man of that world because Howard built him the suit for it.
Yeah.
You know, or whatever. So that, I liked that, though.
It was a good
I
episode.
like the fact
It was
that
a good episode.
I like the fact that he
like
played
this
her in
episode.
it and was like, you thought he had kind of woken up from it, but it really was all part of the Red Room plan.
that turn,
Like,
turn with her mom, awesome.
I thought
that was really good.
Sure, I thought for sure that she had kind of woken him up.
I did too.
And
I was bought in.
But you know what? I was bought in, but I was also like, that's lame.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of a cop out. Like, I don't want to
Well,
see
yeah.
him
How
become
did he
a good
wake
guy.
up? Yeah, in that second, you're like, how did he wake up?
No. And then he turned back.
When
It's
he
like,
turned back, I was like, I was dumb to think that. Like,
Yeah.
I was
actually
actually
work.
for myself.
Yeah, you're like,
I
man,
was
I'm an idiot.
That was stupid. Why did I think of that? Why didn't I think this?
And then-
like
and then
this,
you're
I
like-
should have known this.
But
I'm too smart for
but
this.
then you're like, this is good writing because they got me to think
Yeah,
it.
they did. It
was great.
Yeah.
Sure. So, yeah. What do you
where
think-
are we at?
what do you think?
Six.
Is what it is for me.
Is what it is for you? Yeah, I probably think so too. Is what it is. All right, so another is
a
what
good
it
one.
is. Bing.
Okay, so we're on. That was
You
5.
lost track.
No, I got it.
We're on 6 now.
We're at that was 5 episodes. 4 is what it is.
One perfection.
The only perfection so far has been Peter Quill attacked.
It's a great one.
Okay,
It's a real good one.
Next
episode.
What if Kahori
Oh yeah,
reshaped
Kaori,
the world?
Kaori, yeah,
Kaori.
yeah. So little background on
Yeah.
this character. She is completely new.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she's a
There
blank
is no
slate,
background.
really. She's completely new.
There's zero
they
background.
Made her for this show, which I think is
Right.
kind of cool.
I don't.
think, well, here's the thing.
Sounds
If they're-
dumb.
So here's the deal. If
They're already doing that all the time, anyways.
Well,
they're
no-
already making they all like they're going
But-
further and further.
That's not
from
true. They
normal
don't make-
premises.
No.
There hasn't been a single movie where they created characters.
I'm not saying that.
You're
I'm
right.
saying that they're making.
They're ruining.
They're
it.
making
They're
stuff.
ruining
up.
it.
I
Yes.
almost went there.
Yes. You did. You were real close.
Real close.
They almost a fart.
Yeah.
Please be a fart.
Yeah, they're making stuff up about people's backgrounds
no,
anyway. So
you're
now
right.
they've just made an entire character.
So that's the way they need to go. If they're going to make something new, make a new character. Don't ruin our characters.
Agreed.
Yes.
So
Agreed.
that's why I'm saying
Yeah.
this is kind of cool. Because this is what they should have been doing all the times they ruin characters.
Yeah.
They should just make a new one. If you want a new character who can do new stuff,
You know, like
Just
be
do
creative,
something new.
like we're paying you to be.
right. And
It's kind of like just do your job.
I think she was freaking legit. Like the fact that the majority of the episode was in their traditional language, and the fact that the space stone like gave her literally space stone powers. I think that's pretty cool.
I would be good. And
Yeah,
here's
yeah,
what I'm gonna say.
yeah.
I
it stayed there.
liked this episode.
Yeah.
I liked this
exactly. And I'm just
episode.
talking about this episode.
I'm
That's
just talking about this episode right
I
now
liked
because I'm
it.
not going to get into future
Not
stuff.
yet.
But
Not
I
yet.
like
We'll get
this
there soon.
episode.
No time traveling.
Yep.
But
so
yeah, I thought she was good.
I thought for all those reasons that you just said, being able to go
Yeah.
back to going back to this
And the
time period,
conquistadors, that was freaking cool.
Yeah.
going back to this time period, going back to like her heritage being a driving force, her like that speech she gave to the people, her people in the other realm to then convince them to come back.
Yeah,
that whole
was cool.
battle scene, and then
That was
they
cool.
just run over everyone.
Well, it makes so much sense, man.
It was awesome.
If you extrapolate the idea of the space stone, it should make you have super speed because you can literally like teleport yourself faster through, and then you can create portals. You can throw people through things like.
And also that the conquistadors thought that it was the fountain of youth.
Oh, yeah, that they rooted in the idea of seeking the fountain.
Right, and then her whole interaction at the end with the queen.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, my gosh. That was,
that
was so over. BA.
Yeah,
she's like, it's over, and you don't even know it's over.
Right, your throne doesn't mean anything.
This means nothing, and I'm going to fix all of it.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Did you have anything you wanted to add in there, Harry, about like the episode, what you liked, what you didn't?
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much the.
Long pause.
I was looking something up.
He was looking something up.
No, I always liked the storyline of. I mean, not that it's necessarily a good storyline, but how we found the Americas, or the Americas was found.
Yeah.
And that there were already people here. So I think it was a cool, and not like overly done or like pushing anything. You know what I mean? It was just like, this is history.
Solid.
Like, it was just, this is history.
Yep.
But like, it's,
Adding
a
some
retelling tale of
really
history.
Cool.
So
so what do you
perfection for me.
Yeah, I think so too. Perfection.
I'm going perfection. Yep.
Yeah, go perfection. Yeah.
All right. 2 perfections so far. Bing.
2 of them.
Perfections.
So 2 perfections, 5. 4. Oh,
because it's only been 6.
4 or 6.
4 is what it is. Yep.
This is rounding out to be a pretty good season.
What if Hela found the 10 rings?
Okay. This episode, I feel like, could have been really cool.
I think it could have been really cool.
And I think it wasn't as cool as it could have been.
I am with you.
Yeah. I think.
Tell me why. Go ahead. I want to hear your thoughts on why.
Here's the thoughts of the coolness.
Yeah.
Like, I think making Hela be a good guy, or no, that's the bad part. So
yeah, that's what I was like. Where are you going with this?
Well,
where are you going with this?
I like the fact that at the end, she got like all that souped up armor, and she got Fenrir, and she like rode off into the galaxy with Wenwu, with the Mandarin. Yeah, that was really sick. Now, what should have happened?
Yeah,
What should have happened is she should have been banished, which is what happened.
Correct.
And in her anger, she should have broken through, took it out. Should have took out Odin and gone on her conquest to rule the 9 realms and beyond with the Mandarin. Instead, she should have become the conquering queen. Instead of becoming a good guy.
It should have been the opposite of what happened. Yeah. It should have been the opposite. What should have happened, basically what they did was,
they wanted to make her a good guy.
She went to, and I can't remember the name, but the village that is protecting
Shang-Chi's village.
Yeah.
Oh my word! I keep mixing it up with Iron Fist's.
But whatever. So when she goes there, that her experience there and her time training there truly changed her. And
that was what they did.
That was the way they did it. Yeah, and what it should have done is exactly what we were all kind of expecting, which is she just used them to be able to get back her, be able to defeat Odin and then become the conquering queen. And honestly, her crown shouldn't have come to her when. Let's think about this. Hela's crown should not have come back to her when she became good.
100%.
That negates her crown.
She should have gotten a new crown.
Her crown, she should have become terrible.
Yes.
Defeated Odin.
Yeah.
And been like, I am now going to, and then her crown come to her.
You know what she should have done?
No, her crown should have come to her when she was even more evil than she was before, because that made her worthy of the crown.
Yeah. You know what she should have done? She should have broken open that wall that the Mandarin was trying to break open in Shang-Chi the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And she should have taken control of the giant demon thing.
Yes.
And eaten the whole village, broken back out into our reality, gotten her helmet back, took the Mandarin with her and gone and give him Fenrir to ride on, and she takes the demon dragon and they go out into the 9 realms and conquer.
I would have much rather seen her being even more evil and powerful and taking everything over. That would have been the better what if here.
Right. Or if they're going to go what if in that direction where she's good, then she should have never been okay with being the warrior for Odin.
Right.
Like she should have started out as being like, I don't know if I should do this, Dad, and that should have been the thing.
Right.
Instead of
her
being
true
the
essence
killer.
is not like finding herself she was corrupted.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't corrupted. This is who
she's
she
the
was.
firstborn of Odin. She's the conqueror of the Nine Realms.
Right.
Did Kate Blanchett actually come back?
I can check. Yes, she did.
Did she really?
Yep, I've got it right here.
Crow.
Yep.
Wow. What do you think of it, Harry? I mean, I know we just kind of like
we just wrecked everything.
I kind of forget this one.
Okay. Well, good. It wasn't one to miss.
Yeah.
I think this is probably one of the ones you fell asleep during.
Probably.
It's good because it was pretty boring.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't great.
I was not happy with it.
The fight was cool when she fought Odin with the Mandarin.
The Odin fight was
That fight was cool because there's a lot of the 10 rings flying around and she's like stabbing people.
I mean, but also kind of unrealistic, except in the fact that like Odin probably underestimated them, which is what got him defeated. Had he just came out full force
with his spear thing,
had he never underestimated them, he probably would have decimated them. I just really don't believe
that one. I like the idea of all-powerful Hela with Odin's staff.
Yeah.
But to be a force of good in the galaxy, I don't like that.
And then if you want to make an arc,
a force of bad.
If you want to make an arc in there in the series, that's your arc.
Yeah.
Like the Avengers have to come together to defeat an
evil
all-powerful evil Hela with the Mandarin. Yeah, there's your arc. There's your major supervillain that can wreck because they conquer the 9 realms. And then they discover
there's more realms.
There's more realms
in the multiverse.
Right. That's what you find.
Talk about a power couple.
That's a bad guy.
That's a power couple right there.
That is a power couple. Woo! That's a dangerous couple.
All right, garbage?
Garbage.
I mean, I fell asleep, so. All
right, well, based on what we said.
First garbage episode.
First garbage episode.
Wow. First garbage episode. Cool. So,
let's keep going.
Well, again, 1 garbage, 4 is what it is, 2 perfections.
And we got 2 more episodes.
2 more episodes, okay?
2 more episodes.
So this one, what if the Avengers assembled in 1602?
All right, there's some comic connection to here. There's a 1602 comic of the old Avengers with a lot of these characters in it. Honestly, I know this is one of the ones Captain Carter comes back in.
I know.
Right. Yep. Do you remember this one, Harry? Were you awake to this one?
This is the...
I want to give Harry a chance to talk first if he did.
Well, no, but how did she come back here again?
Scarlet Witch brought her there.
Yes, Scarlet Witch pulls her in at the end of the last episode. No.
At the end of her episode.
At the end of her episode, she gets pulled in.
It's Scarlet Witch and
then
Nick
this
Fury.
episode starts with...
She's been there for a bit.
Queen Hela gets sucked into
she gets
a
killed,
void.
Right, by a void.
Yeah.
And Thor.
And really what it is, that void is... I'm holding this. This is weird.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I was going to take a sip, but then I started talking.
Take a sip.
The void, you realize, is there is a forerunner. No.
Oh, no, you're
There's
right.
a forerunner who is in that,
who's tearing it apart.
that universe that shouldn't be there.
Right.
And you're having a... What is it called?
Not a convergence.
Not a convergence. It's a...
But why didn't Captain Carter make one? When she got
there. No, because she wasn't there as long.
That's true.
It's the amount of time that they're there.
What is this? Whatever happened to Doctor Strange?
When the universes start to overlap.
A divergence?
No, it's not a divergence. That doesn't make any sense. That's and Divergence is a young adult book series.
I thought,
I couldn't say any of that.
Anyway.
But yeah, so that's...
Do you remember this one, or you just was a part of your spotty?
I remember, like, the action scenes were kind of cool.
Yeah, they were cool.
With, like, being in the old time.
I like that.
Yeah, with the swords and such.
Yeah, I'm all for the...
This is interesting. There are star ratings on here.
Yeah. Are we lining up?
No.
Probably not.
This is really...
But it's okay. We're
way off.
We're usually completely opposite of
what lowest rated, though, was Happy Hogan's. So,
lame. Well, you were wrong.
I was definitely right. Yep.
No.
Hela is actually the highest. Is tied for the highest rating.
It's lame.
I know.
I am all for the Band of Merry Men.
Band of Merry Men was cool.
I loved Scott Lang as the thief, and Bucky, and Captain Cap, and they're all like steal from the rich, give to the poor.
Right, Robin Hood.
And they're going against the Freak. Like John Favreau comes back. I love that.
Yeah,
I love that he's
yeah.
and they're
Don't
trying
get
to
him
keep
angry.
Don't get him angry. And Bruce is there, like he's been in prison for his outrages.
Yep.
Like I liked that. I really
I thought there was a
enjoyed that
lot
world.
really good. Yeah, the world was
the
really
world
good.
was so cool, and I also like the fact that Steve was the
Forerunner.
the Forerunner, and that
They
him
can
and
never be
Peggy-
happy.
but that's great. Like I was okay with bringing Peggy
Well,
back
and I
in for
think
that and having
the
that
line
happen.
at the end where they're like, "There's got to be a universe where
we're happy.
where
yeah.
we're happy."
Like,
Is it was like there is one. There's one.
He's
Yeah.
on the moon now,
That's not
and
it.
she's dead.
Yeah, it's not the universe.
That's it.
That is the universe.
What?
That's the old man Steve is the universe. He lived through that with Peggy. He went back. He rewrote. If you look,
you're
that's
right.
all
Never
him.
mind. I mixed up my
all
storyline. You're
old,
right.
And she's dead.
And
And,
she's
now
dead.
apparently
Yep.
he's on the moon.
Yep, you're right. You're
Which
right.
he
You're right.
better be on the moon.
Gotta get him on the moon.
Yeah.
So
Big Kev, get him on that moon. We need some lunar
Knock off
evidence.
Joe Biden.
So
What,
I
Joe
also
Biden
really
on the moon?
liked.
That's what
Oh, yeah,
old
he does.
Steve looks like.
Old
Joe
Steve
Biden.
does look like an old.
I mean, he looks like an old white guy.
Actually,
so.
no, that's a discredit to old man Steve. Yeah, because Biden is looking worse for wear.
Well, but in Biden's defense, he's older than
He's
old
older
Steve.
than old man Steve.
So
Yeah.
we don't know what old
Probably.
Steve looks like at this
Which
point.
is crazy.
Yeah, because old Steve's like 700
He's been
years
through a
old.
lot. Yeah. I also like the grief-stricken Thor.
Are you reading?
No.
Are you reading Spark Notes?
No.
He's like, I also liked the
No.
this Reddit thread.
Jason Momoa
Momoa.
being in here. I really liked it.
No, you're right.
Grief-stricken Thor.
The
I'm
King Thor,
making like
grief-stricken
really
Thor.
bad
Yep.
decisions. Like just like
True.
refusing to accept.
almost as bad as regular Thor.
Yeah. Being
I
king.
agree.
All
I
right,
like that.
so-
yeah.
What is the score? I made perfection on this episode. I actually
think so
really
too,
loved
actually.
it.
I'm
I
a
actually
perfection
loved
too.
this episode.
Yeah, for sure. I love the Merry
I
Men.
don't.
Sure, whatever.
The only
You
thing
say
that you're
sure.
you can't
Sure,
remember
whatever.
anything.
I liked the Merry Men.
I don't like Peggy being
This
the
is where
focal point. I'm really upset
I'm
about
okay.
the double down on Peggy, but I'm trying to look at this right now
As its own episode.
As its own episode.
Yeah, I'm okay.
And so
I'm
I'm
okay.
fine with it in its own episode.
Yeah.
I think the episode is a perfection.
And I like
but
her going
the
back.
frustrating thing to me is this, like, we're in What If, we're doubling down on the
Doubling down on
character
Peggy.
who
Yeah.
we're trying to drive a series with, and it's Peggy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if this, I don't like it.
I don't mind Captain
Captain
Carter.
Carter.
I don't mind Captain Carter.
I don't like any of the captains.
I know. You're not
Captain
a big Captain America.
Captain Carter,
I
they're
know.
all wrong.
I know you don't like
They're
them.
all dumb.
They're
dumb.
I don't mind this because I felt kind of bad for Haley Atwell for coming back from Multiverse of Madness and saying one line and then getting cut in half. Like I'm kind of glad that she's getting more because she's a great actress and I like the idea of Captain Carter. I think that's fine. This is the same draw that happened in the first season, and it's the same too. Here's what I wish would have happened. Here's what I wish
Do you
would have
think that
happened.
they're doing, like, this is going to be every season is going to be about the two of them more and more and more and more?
Well, spoilers. I don't know if Doctor's
dumb.
coming back. But here's the thing. I think that here's what I think would have made it better. I keep hitting this Batman thing. I think if they would have given more time, like not even so she got 2 episodes and then the final, right?
Yes.
Captain Carter.
Yes, that's the...
I think if they would have just given one more episode to Evil Strange and let us kind of see him growing, I think that would have been better because really the ties between these first 2 seasons are Carter and Strange.
I just think we
they're
should
the
have...
they're the poles of the Watcher.
Right,
so I
but
think
we're
it would have
doing-
been better if he would have had more.
I would have rather they just completely change. If
do
we're
their
going to
own.
do an arc
Yeah.
for a season, just do a completely different arc. Let's do the evil Hela arc. Like, let's do that.
Yeah, right.
Make
Not
that
bring-
the big
not
thing. Like,
bring
let's not
back
bring
the
back
multiversal
Peggy
Avengers.
or Evil Strange.
I liked Evil Strange, but I get it.
I
like
think Evil Strange. I love
that's
Evil
what I'm
Strange.
saying. We get
I love Evil
we get
Strange.
one more episode of Strange in there, but I get what you're saying. If they're going to make it, let's make a new one.
Last season's
make a new
Evil
arc.
Strange is better than what we got here at the end.
So I think the end would have been better if they would have had more time to flesh out his reasoning.
Maybe.
When we'll
His
talk about the
reasoning,
last
yeah,
one.
let's-
I like the idea of his reasoning. I think it felt a little rushed in the last episode.
So we have 3 perfections.
on this one, yep.
4 is what it is,
and 1 garbage.
and 1 no.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 garbage.
Is it only 1 garbage?
Well, Yeah, I think so. I think it is.
No,
what
two.
Would have been the second one?
The first one, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, no,
that was just what it is.
What did we say was garbage? Shoot.
Okay, it's up here somewhere.
Hella
was garbage. I think that was the only one that ranked as a full garbage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm being thrown off. We'll check the scoreboard. Scoreboard's up here. Last one. What if Strange Supreme intervened?
Right.
So this is essentially the idea the Watcher doesn't intervene. Everybody knows the Watcher exists.
Right.
They're ticked about the fact that he doesn't intervene,
people,
even though he does intervene at different times.
Right.
And essentially, Strange Supreme is trying to claim at the beginning that he is now acting as like, I'll intervene because the Watcher does not.
Well, he's
I'm
doing
saving
it
the world. I'm saving the universes from these universal threats.
That's the lie.
That's the lie.
Because what he's really been doing since the beginning of season 1,
ridiculously powered beings.
Right, he goes and gets them.
He's capturing them.
He's encasing them.
Good, bad, and ugly.
Right, in the same kind of crystals that he encased Ultron, Vision, and Killmonger.
Killmonger.
The Infinity
reaching
armor.
For the gauntlet. Yeah.
So he's encasing them, and his real mission is to literally melt them down into the magical energy he needs to create a universe where Christine
recreate
lives.
his own universe.
That's an awesome premise.
It is
an
awesome premise. If they would have
fleshed it out better, it's a really cool premise, and I like that idea. And the end battle was just I was telling Harry, the end battle I felt like was. And this is what I liked about the end battle was that it was just like kids with their action figures, just like let's just make everything happen. Boom. Let's give Captain Carter.
Do you mean the end battle though?
Where Captain Carter gets the Infinity armor and
they're throwing all this stuff to her to use, and a hammer and a sword,
and the Hela's helmet, and she just freaking gets everything. And Kaori kind of like holds it all together, and they go at it, and Demon Strange becomes freaking everything.
See, I don't like that. And here's why I'm going to say. Say it. The part of the battle that I do like is all of the different beings being released and immediately being like, "Hey you!" and they're immediately attacking each other. I thought that's cool.
It was like a battle royale.
I would love to have seen more of a battle royale. Like we pan out, we go in on some of these different ones.
Would it have been better? What it would have been
cool. Yeah, I mean, or a longer episode, like an hour episode. Maybe. Yeah. But you also pulled two characters in that I just don't like.
Sure.
Into a larger storyline that we didn't need. Like, that's what I'm going to say. We've got Captain Carter, who I don't care for. And she is all of a sudden, she's like the Watcher's protector. Right. Is what she's become.
Right.
Which is a multi-universal protector.
Yeah, he'll grab her when he needs something to happen.
Right, and so I find that dumb because
even if he pulled Captain America for that role, it's still stupid.
It's still stupid.
Well, it's dumb because the Watcher is supposed to just watch. And I know that he's done that in the comics with like Reed Richards. Right. He will kind of sneak in some stuff for Reed Richards to do.
Right. And then we go to
so it's happened before, but
Kaori.
Yeah, is that her name? I can't remember, man. She's a new character, and I always forget. Is it Kaori?
Kahhori.
Kaori. Yeah.
Right. And Strange Supreme can't capture her.
Well, no,
which in and of itself is crazy.
Different. You're missing that. It's not that he can't. It's that she recognized he was evil, and she fled from him with the Space Stone, and he wanted to send somebody she didn't know who she would trust. So she sent Captain Carter to go get him.
I guess.
So she ran from him because he couldn't trick her into encasing her.
But either way, now we have a completely made up character fighting alongside Peggy.
Right. Against Evil
Strange. Well, this is a dumb battle.
Honestly,
this is a dumb battle.
All she was there for was to send them back to their realities because she's got the space ability.
But at the same point, that's what this series is about.
Yeah, it's all about nobody.
So it's about this is why it's contradicting itself because that's what this series is all about. But yet Captain Carter keeps getting pulled. Yeah, her storyline keeps getting pulled.
Yeah.
And also,
thank you.
It's becoming cumbersome.
I truly believe every single episode should be different from each other.
Yeah.
And the reason why, I guarantee the reason why they can't do that is because they literally are not able to create comic books. Like, They are not using people that write this for a living.
Right.
They write stories for a living.
Right.
I get it. The writers and I get that. But like, your job is to take what is on paper and put it on a screen.
Right.
They are probably using people that make up storyboards for a movie or shows or TV and then putting it into that. And they have to come up with something creative every single time. And they're not capable of doing that.
Right.
The people that write the comics are capable of doing
that.
Right. So I wonder who,
and there are what if comics. So it's like,
just do the what if comics.
Yeah.
Right, Harry, I would be okay with one of two things. I would either be okay with every episode is completely different, like you're saying.
Right.
In one-offs, and most of
them are, but
none of it related. And it's just the watcher popping in and literally watching that happening in that universe. And a universe dies, That's what he says. He's literally like, some universes need to die.
Right.
Like, that's their purpose. And then the others, or I would be okay with having a small story arc, but season limiting. We're now across seasons. We're across seasons, and that's ticking me off. Because I'm like, that's not what this is about.
Right.
And we keep going to Peggy.
They're
trying to ride or die on Peggy.
Yeah, they're trying to create.
This is the wrong ride or die.
They're trying to create some kind of cohesion over the seasons. Yeah. All right.
And that's the thing.
So this episode. So let's do this first. This episode. What is your score?
What would we score it as? What do you think?
Is what it is.
Is what it is. I think I would agree. It's not a garbage for me. It is what it is.
The only thing that keeps it from being a garbage for me is Dark Strange. I love Dark Strange.
Well, and that's what they're going to do.
And I love the fact
that's what they did last time.
I know.
I love the fact that
but it is what it is.
But I love the fact that it ended with her. She couldn't even stop him with all that power, but she stopped him enough to separate his like
appeal to himself.
And then he realized he was the problem, and he brought himself into the Forge.
Right. Yeah,
I mean, it's a great ending for him.
He's ultimate power. Yeah, we better not see a Dark Strange again.
I think he's gone.
We better not see a Dark Strange again.
Well, unless it's a different version of him, I guess.
No, because I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think he's gone.
So the grand total is for what if is what it is.
Yeah, I would say the grand total average is that
if we look at this season, it's an is what it is, which is disappointing because the first season was great.
Definitely a perfection.
It was much better.
The first season was better. But that's it. I mean, that's what we're going to run into. That's always the difficulty. When
I know.
Hopefully, this is the worst of it.
But we could. But
they announced season 3.
They did announce season 3.
They put out a trailer for it, and the trailer looks great.
What ifs are awesome. I really like the idea of what ifs.
I do too.
I just think they need to do exactly what we've been saying is
stay in their lane.
Stay in the what if lane and not try and make these larger storylines. But
did you see the season 3 trailer?
No, I didn't see it.
Did you see it? So it's just a kind of a snippet of like one of the what ifs that's going to be in it.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited.
What is
it? It's Bucky and Dan Harbour, the Red Guardian.
Oh yes,
and they're in a car together trying to be undercover in America, and their cover gets blown.
Blown immediately
because Bucky just keeps shooting people.
Oh yeah,
and it's like this is great.
Awesome.
So hopefully season 3 will be back on track and
let's do that.
I guarantee that they're going to bring Peggy back.
If they bring
They're going to bring her back, and you're going to be so angry.
I hate Peggy.
Do it.
I hate Peggy.
She's not that bad. I
hate her.
I do agree with you though that I wish she wasn't the focal. That not that it's her. I just wish there wasn't a focal. I wish it was just like you're saying, Harry. Just one.
I'm
just the multiverse.
I'm in the boat.
Or just one whole season of one specific one.
Right.
And that's
exactly.
I'm with
pick
Harry
one. That's what it is.
Pick one.
Pick one. Disney.
Pick a lane.
Pick it.
On that note.
All right, we'll see you guys next time on the Legion of Comic
Correction. What if Logan led the podcast?
Hey, there you go.
Bad. Right?
Hey, wait, hold on before we leave. How would you rate What If Logan ran the podcast?
Yeah,
is what it is.
Is what it is. I think so too.
Crap.
Is what it is. This is what it is.
What would you guys rate it?
What do you think?
Well, how did Daddy do?
Garbage is what it is, or perfection?
That's my
bias.
That's my child.
Bias.
That's my child. How did I do? How did I do, Duke?
What do you think, Duke? Perfection as well?
Yeah, my man.
He's just trying to stay out of trouble.
That's my child. He's trying to stay out of trouble.
Nice here. There's the perfection for sure.
Don't fall on this stuff.
I got to see you next time on the Legion of Comic Correction.
Oh my gosh. These children are out of control.